In this video, let us try to understand what is meant by register to output and input to register. So if you see this particular diagram, this is one complete chip which is having 4 blocks, that is block A, block B, block C and block D. If you see in block A, there is an flip-flop followed by some combination logic, and in block B there is some combination logic followed by flip-flop, and from block A to block B they are connected in this manner. The path from flip-flop 0 to flip-flop 1 is called as register to register path when we are looking at it in the top level. Here flip-flop 0 is present and here flip-flop 1 is present. Suppose if there exists a path from flip-flop 0 to flip-flop 1, it is something which should be called as register to register path. This is something which you are looking at it in terms of top level. Now let us see what will happen if we see in terms of block level. At block level, it is register to output path in block A and input to register in block B. So if you see in block number A, this is one register and it is going to the output port. So that's why it is called as register to output, whereas here it is called as input port to register. When the timing is analyzed at block level, the delay of that part of the path present outside the block is provided in SDC using following constraints, that is set input delay followed by set output delay. So these are something which are called as Synopsys design constraints. So for this input you have to use set input delay, and for this output you have to use set output delay. So set output delay will be for block A, set input delay will be for block B. So let us see the explanation. Flip-flop 0, so this is flip-flop 0, logic in block A. So there is some logic in block A, and via some interconnection it is going into logic in B and it is connecting to flip-flop 1. So from flip-flop 0 through this combination logic and through some interconnect and again some combination logic, it is getting connected to flip-flop number 1. So this is one register, this is another register. So start point is register, end point is register. So that's why it is called as register to register timing path. Whereas if you see only in block A, this is something which is going from flip-flop 0 to output port. So this is register to output. That's what I mentioned it here. And if you see in block B, this is something which is coming from input port and it is going to register. So that's why it is called as input to register. So in block A it is register to output, whereas in block B it is called as input to register. The timing delay outside a block is modeled using set input delay and set output delay during block level HTA. So I told you like when we need to use set input delay and when we need to use set output delay. Now let us see about input to register timing path. So this is input port and this is register. So that's why it is called as input to register. And through this input port, it will go through some combination logic and it is getting connected to data pin of flip-flop. Now let us see how to write the setup slack for this. As you know that for setup, required time should be greater than arrival time. So you can consider this required arrival time as required time only, and this is arrival time. So required time is something which is calculated like this. It is total time period minus T setup. So total time period minus setup time will be present between this D pin and clock pin, and this value you will get from the .lib. And coming to arrival, arrival is something from the external world, it will take some amount of delay. So that delay is called as input delay, and after entering this input port, it will have this combination logic delay. So that's why it is T combo. So arrival time is something which is from this outer world to this input port called as input delay, and this combinational delay, that is T combo. And if you subtract these two, you will be getting the setup slack. Now calculation of hold. Again arrival time will be same only. Here note this point. For setup it will be required time minus arrival time, whereas for hold it will be arrival time minus required time. So this is the arrival time which we already know. So arrival time, it is something which is input delay followed by T combo, whereas for required time you will be considering only the hold time which is present within this flip-flop. Why? Because launching and capturing will be taken at the same point for hold. So that's why there is no need of T clock here. So simply hold slack is arrival time minus required time. So arrival time is something which is this input delay followed by T combo, whereas for required time it will be hold time within this D flip-flop. You will get this particular value from the .lib. And coming to the naming convention and all. So as of now I picked only block B. So this is something which is input to register. So that's what I have taken it here. Here this is called as input delay, which is specified using set input delay, and T combo is nothing but a combination logic delay inside block B, and setup is, this is nothing but the setup time of capture flop flip-flop 1. So this is the setup time of it, and the hold time will also be present within this, and this setup and hold values we get from the .lib, whereas T clock is something which is total time period. So this is how we calculate setup and hold, as I have told you. So setup is something which is required time minus arrival time, and hold is arrival time minus required time. So for required time it is total time period minus T setup, and for arrival it will be input delay followed by combination logic, Whereas for hold, it is arrival time minus required time. So arrival time will be again same input delay plus T combo minus hold time will be from this particular flip-flop. So this is how we calculate input to register, and this is how we calculate setup and hold flags. Now let us see about register to output timing path. So this is one register and this is output. So this is called as register to output timing path. And if you see within this particular chip, register to output is something which is coming at block A. So that's what I've considered. This is block A. Now let us see how do we calculate setup slack and hold slack for register to output. So setup time, we already know it is required time minus arrival time. So required time will be total time period minus T output delay. So the delay means after this point, it will take some amount of delay to reach to some other logic which is present to the outside world. So that is mentioned by using set output delay. So we got the required time. Now arrival time is something which is T clock to Q delay plus T combo. So simply arrival time is T clock to Q. So we get this value from the .lib, and this is combinational delay. Now coming to hold is something which is arrival time minus required time. So arrival time will be again same. It will be clock to Q delay followed by T combo. Whereas for required time only we need to consider the output delay. So thank you. In this video we have understood what is meant by input to register and register to output, and from a whole chip point of view it will be called as register to register. And we have understood what is meant by setup slack and hold slack for both input to register and register to output. So that's all for this video. Thank you.